Melzy J. Melzy J. Melzy J.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're here backstage at the O2 Academy for the Blackstreet and Maya and Case concert. It's going to be absolutely exciting. Where's my 90s babies at? Come on, let's go and see what's happening behind the scenes. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Melzy J Meets, and I'm super excited to be sitting next to the legend, Maya.
Wow, legend. Strong words there.
I know, right? You'll know Maya from one of her biggest hits, Case of the X, The Best of Me. She was the woman of the 90s. We all watched and saw her grow. Maya, how does it feel to be back on tour?
Oh, I mean, my life is a tour. I stay on the road for 11 months a year because I'm an independent artist, and that's how I fund all of my independent projects. So, the stage is home for me. It just feels good to be able to always be on stage. It's my release. And, I enjoy taking just new talent, very young talent, and very seasoned folks from my own hometown and share the experience. So I love performing. It's the ultimate.
And where have you traveled that's really kind of took your breath? Because I know you're quite a spiritual person. You love scenery, you're within yourself. Where is taking you? Where is that one place that's taking you that place?
There have been a couple of places, the Cook Islands,
wow.
New Zealand, Australia, Africa. They have all taken my breath away because of the culture that's still there. I got to meet indigenous people. There's also Papua New Guinea. There was an island off the coast of Papua New Guinea, and it was called Babaka.
Wow.
And we helped fund a hospital and school there, but we were welcomed by locals there, and they were still very tribal and living off of the land and very little technology. So those types of experiences when people are just in their natural world and natural state, untampered, you learn a lot. And the children were just enjoying. Their front yard was a beach, like a whole ocean. And that is very spiritual because that's eventually how I want to live. And it just takes you back to simplicity. You can get caught up in the hype and chasing this and chasing that, and we live in a materialistic world. So, those types of places are I really appreciate because you just get back to your true self. Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
Now, talking about your true self, I know you've recently been a vegan. You are really talking about that a lot on your social media. I know you're inspiring a lot of people that know that's the right way of living, but don't necessarily know how to kind of make that transition. How did that transition work for you, Maya?
Well, my approach is never, this is the right way of living. I never say that. I wasn't raised as a vegan. I fell into it with a willpower challenge, and then when I got into it, I got educated and I became aware of a lot of things as far as environmentalism, as far as health, just quite a lot. And it's a very, very deep rabbit hole that you get into. But then when you see all of the benefits and then how it impacts your environment and then the planet itself, wow, it's a very awakening experience. And people kept asking me, what are you doing? What are you sipping? Please share your secrets. I said, well, it's no secret at all. So I asked all of these questions. So I formulated a vegan starter guide just last year because I couldn't answer everyone's questions because it does have its share of benefits. And I've been able to reverse my anemia without dairy in my diet. And, you're taught to have milk in your diet for strong bones and all that kind of stuff to get your calcium. And I have iron-rich foods in my diet now, and I also have more calcium-rich foods in my diet, and it's all in the plants, the fruits, vegetables. So it's been a very, very educational experience, and I just want to empower people so they can feel good,
Yeah.
you know? And that's all it is for me. Vegan Starter Guide is available on my website, myamaya.com/lifestyle.
Yes, I actually checked that out. She's got some different vegan food that you can eat from Dr. Sebi, right?
Well, I'm doing an alkaline vegan challenge now.
Right, okay,
Because
so you moved.
last year I pushed myself to do the raw vegan challenge,
Okay.
which means no cooked food except for under 118 degrees, so
Okay.
like lukewarm. And now I'm doing the alkaline vegan challenge, which means I'm starting slow. I started
Wow.
slow at 7 days a month,
Yeah.
which is the same exact thing I did last year with the raw vegan. So every quarter we up the ante by a week. The first quarter is 7 days a month.
Okay.
The second quarter is 14 days a month. Third quarter, 21 days a month.
Wow.
The last quarter of the year, which is 3 months per
Yeah.
quarter, 28 days a month. So by the end of the year, you have reached a full goal, and now you're fully whatever your challenge is, whether it's vegan, raw vegan, alkaline vegan. Some people are doing juicing. I have yet to do that. That would be the hardest for me because I like food. You know?
You need to kind
I
of
like
crunch and eat
Yeah.
and, taste those juices. Whereas when you're juicing, it's
Yeah.
like, it's just going down, isn't it?
Yeah, I say I don't know if I can do it, but that's when I'll advance to
Yeah.
that next, after I master alkaline. Alkaline is even more limited than raw. You can cook though. And I really like cooking, and there's some seasons. So Dr. Sebi has a whole list that he's formulated. And I'm following that list because it's supposedly the highest pH of foods and the most natural, non-hybrid foods. So I find that to be interesting. I keep falling into all of these categories, and I want to get to like my best self.
Yeah.
So I just push the envelope and then engage other people while I also take a challenge. It holds me accountable.
Well, it does, doesn't it? Because obviously if you're promoting that, you kind of feel a little bit more pressured to, I have to do this the right way, right? What kind of advice would you give someone that's trying to be a vegan or try and eat healthily? Like, what tips would you give them?
Start slow. When you jump into something, new territory, and try to go head first and say, this is it, I'm going to go this, I'm going to do that. Start slow. Allow yourself the time to get educated, read, watch a documentary or two. Yeah, as you learn, as you become exposed to a lot of information, you develop a greater understanding. And then you automatically, I think, evolve into that. But start slow with 1 day a week, meatless Mondays or something. Mm-hmm. And then up the ante, maybe 2 days a week, and then so on and so on. Give yourself time, give yourself permission to not be perfect. Yeah. It's not about perfection, it's just about what you can do. And then tuning into the effects of that. How do you feel? Is this something that you feel like you can do? Do you see the benefits? Do you feel the benefits? If not, then, that's your personal choice.
Of course.
Give yourself time, Otherwise, it's hard. And, you fold when you set unrealistic goals. And, some people have that willpower, but some people need some time to adjust, just with anything, just like with anything else. Mm-hmm. So take your time. And there's a whole community that I have in the Vegan Starter Guide, documentaries, substitutes, and all kinds of information that I've learned over the last 5 years being vegan.
You're so passionate about it. And I think when you're passionate about it, it's different from it being, okay, I'm just a vegan, to it. This is actually a lifestyle. This is actually something that I kind of live and breathe daily.
Yeah, and I'm still learning because just 2 years ago, I just got rid of my Louis Vuitton luggage. I'm like, oh, that's not vegan. Oh, shoot. I can't.
Girl. Hello,
Yeah. Like all my Louboutins and all that stuff had to go. My girlfriends are having a ball with all my wardrobe right now. Like no leather coats, no wool. Like I found out the process of all this stuff. And I'm like, I consciously can't preach the word veganism, but I also don't feel right, if I'm contributing to the murder, slaughter, for my vanity of another living being. So it's more of a spiritual, conscious thing when you find out the process of a whole lot of stuff for profit, and it just doesn't sit well with my spirit. So it's a complete transformation, but like I said, I evolved into it slowly, and that's all. It's a decision based on what I've learned. Yeah.
And you still look great. You was on loads of boys' walls. over the last 20 years. Loads of boys have had your Maya on their wall.
Boys.
Boys, yeah. You know, the amount of people that went to this concert, like, oh my gosh, Maya, she used to be on my wall. Like, tell her I said, hey, is she taken? Still now, to this day, like, how do you stay fly, sis? Like, look at you. How do you stay looking this fine 20 years later? How?
Vegan life? No. You know, it's prayer, it's meditation, it's working on yourself, it's being selfish so that you can have a cup that overfloweth to give.
Yes.
You know, I had to learn how to start taking care of me first. It's very hard when you're a woman and you're a nurturer and you put everybody else first, but I started doing that over these last couple years. I'm like, no, you don't go out and have to pay for everything. Like, no, it's time for you to take care of you. You need a break. Take that break. Take a month off if you need it. And women, we often put ourselves last.
Yeah, we do.
You know, our hearts are big. We do have the trait of being nurturers and giving so much of ourselves, but I had to stop all that bullshit. I had to stop for a second.
Yeah.
Because it was killing me.
Yeah, of course.
It was taking so much away from me, from my sleep. You know, you need sleep to sound good, to feel good, to look good, to function at your all-time high. I mean, I drink water. I drink a lot of water now. I cut out sodas. I cut out alcohol. There's a lot of things that I've cut out. But when you cut out the things that are either toxic to you, including people,
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
you start to see it. It starts to show up, you know?
Yeah.
And even some of the things that are bad for you, that shows up on you too. It would show up in my music. I'm like, wait a minute, I said that? Who are you? You know?
And it's the energy as well, isn't it?
It's
Like, you can
energy.
sense, I think when you're
It's
on a journey of
energy.
loving yourself and getting to know yourself, it's almost like you sense a bad energy within 3.5 seconds. You sense if something's bad or not good for you.
Yeah.
And do you think that comes with
absolutely.
maturity as well?
It comes with maturity. It comes with permission. Giving yourself permission, you know, so that you don't have to second guess yourself or even think about permission. You have to take care of you in order to take care of anyone else. And I think when you take that first step to loving you, which is taking care of you, you can take care of so many other people.
Right?
You know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
putting the cart before the horse
not gonna
does
work.
not always work. For a very short period of time until that other end of the candle burns out.
And then when the candle burns out, it's like,
Nobody has anything anymore.
right.
Yeah.
You've got
So,
to reserve that energy
so
back.
ladies, you can get guys too.
Yeah.
But a lot of ladies, we put ourselves last. So, love you.
Love you first, guys. So let's talk about this album, TKO. Really excited. You've got a new single out called Damage. You dropped a video a couple of months ago that was super sexy.
We have another one coming soon.
Woo! And it's like I'm still getting like old school Maya feels, but grown, and it's sexy and it's sensual and it's real and it's honest. I love that. Like, what can we expect from your new album?
TKO is a journey, and it starts with a very, very vulnerable place, me contemplating stepping into a new situation, knowing how I feel, feeling feelings for this person, but also treading water lightly. And so you get to see the process of me scoping it out, examining the situation, really being real with myself, saying, you know what? I've been living in fear. I am a woman. I do need love. Yes, I'm on the grind. Yes, I'm a hustler, but you're still a woman at the end of the day, and you do need love, but you need the right love, not just any love. You have been alone for a long time, and you get to see me cross the line and let my feelings out towards someone with fear at stake in the beginning of the album. So the journey plays out, and it is basically part one to the next project coming after TKO, and they tie in together, and it's a roller coaster, but you get to see me and feel me step into a new territory of love.
Wow.
With a lot of fear attached in the beginning, and then completely letting myself go
Let it go, girl.
to the point where I am on the floor, just knocked out. Like,
TKO.
take me. Oh, Lord, you took all of me.
Okay,
You know?
okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's
So
dope. That's dope.
TKO, the Knockout, 420 is the 13th studio project, 9th overall album.
Yeah.
9th independent
Ninth.
project. I executive produced it with my production partner of 1500 or Nothing, my guy Mars. He's an incredible musician, producer. And it's a deep-rooted R&B album. The last album, Smooth Jones, was traditional R&B. This one is contemporary R&B, so you're getting the new sounds, more current sounds, but there's still traditional R&B. There's still soul music on here, but I would say the main aspect of this is the contemporary coming from Smooth Jones. Marsha Ambrosius and I wrote a song called Knock You Out on this album, and that's the most soulful. I don't think anybody's ever heard me do something like D'Angelo or Marsha Ambrosius.
Like those deep tones, deep voice.
Knock You Out. That comes out 4/13, the week before the album.
And damage, like a lot of women experience certain things that they go through in life and they feel damaged, and you've got to kind of take that time to rebuild up. What kind of made you write that song? Like, where was that coming from for you?
Well, Damage is that song where I'm paying compliments to someone that I know can mess my whole life up.
Yeah.
You know, I'm saying, yo, you got it all. You are the whole package. I acknowledge the greatness in you, but I also realize that that's dangerous territory because you're the type of person that will make me lose myself. You could really do some extreme damage if I'm not careful. You know, the swag, the look, the money, the mindset, the fact that I'm sure so many women chase you or you have a roster, you know, all of those things that we fear before getting into a situation. You examine a person, but also giving them permission to come in your life and possibly destroy all of you. That song Damage is like, oh shoot, you could really mess my whole life up.
Of course.
Oh goodness. Who are you? I want to get to know you, but I don't know. I'm not sure. It's all of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And just before you go, I know you're just doing so much at the moment, Maya. You're doing Fifth Award on UMC. It's even a new series. You're acting and playing. Is it playing a single mother at the moment?
Yeah.
Obviously, the acting, singing transition's different, isn't it? Like, how was that for you?
Acting and singing is very much the same. When you want to tell a story, whether it's your story or someone else's story, or live vicariously through one of your alter egos or characters or whatever it is, it's pretty much the same. It's just a different format. Singing, your storytelling through melody and lyrics. Acting, you're just speaking for the most part. But I did get to sing in this, and I wrote a couple of gospel songs for the Fifth Ward character, Mina. She plays a role in the church, but she is a single mother of 2 boys in a historical black neighborhood of Houston, Texas, called Fifth Ward. And her husband was murdered 2 years prior to the story happening, and so she's left to figure out life herself. And I've never been a mother, but I have been the oldest in my family of 2 brothers, so I applied that personal experience. And then, you know, being a hustler and taking care of my family in my real life. All of that came into play when delivering the role. But acting, even dancing, even singing, it's all very similar. You're telling a story and you are, I would say, sharing energy and trying to tune in to the point where you want people to feel something and feel an arc, a climax, and be left with maybe a solution at the end of the day, or tapping into something that they're not necessarily used to tapping into. And relatability, connection,
Wow.
Yeah.
I think you're doing so much, and I think you're really. I feel your energy right now. You're so connected with what you're doing. I think it's a beautiful thing. It's great. You know, I'm an energy person, so you kind of can sense those things quite quickly. One last question before you go. What has been your favorite track or favorite video to shoot of all time? Like all time. Like you only can pick one though.
I think my favorite video of all time that I've shot was my very first, because it was so new. I'm like, this is really happening. Oh my goodness, I'm making a music video. What is going on? Yeah. My friends are gonna love it. Like, I had no clue what was gonna happen or what it would turn out like. But that first moment when you hear your song on the radio, that first moment when you're shooting your first music video, is surreal because it's happening for the first time. So All About Me featuring Cisco was my first. Yeah.
Red was my favorite color.
You know, I tried that outfit on. on my anniversary this year,
Wow.
I got into it.
High five, girl. Yeah.
I thought my arms were gonna be too big because they've grown. My waist fit into it, but the rest was like
A little bit like.
it was too short. it didn't go down past the bump. So I have grown.
Yeah.
In many ways, thank goodness, because I was a little skinny mini back then. But no, I was so shocked. I'm like, wow. And I tried it on in the very same studio that night on Valentine's Day, the day that it came out 20 years ago, where me and Cisco rehearsed for the video. It was crazy. That was also surreal. So, and that's also where I had designed the outfit. I drew like a little model and a sketch and used my color pencils, and the seamstress came there to meet me in 1998, and she made it from my drawing. So I had all of those memories this year on Valentine's Day, and I went on Instagram Live, and I was like, look, y'all,
Look what I got on.
I can fit my costume. My mother FedExed it to me the year before. I'm like, okay, I'm doing something right. I mean, the day before, not the year before. She FedExed it to me the day before.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was an accomplishment.
Yeah, of course.
I was so proud of myself that day.
It's like, girl, like, I wore this ages ago. Like, I still get into it.
It was crazy.
Smashed her show in Birmingham, literally smashed it, and vocally as well. The creative performance, the stage, I actually saw you rehearsing, and I could see you was literally, okay, I want this to be here, okay, I need this person to see this, and you had so much control over, you know, what you want to put out creatively, and it shows that level of independence and being an independent artist.
The vibe in Birmingham was lit tonight. It was awesome. I mean, we have a crowd out there that loves R&B music, and so that's always welcoming and motivating. Yes. And when I hit one of the old school songs that I used to grow up on and sing, they were singing along, and that's just the best feeling in the world because we all feel the same. Even I feel the same. You know, taking it back down memory lane and those songs that made us feel a certain way and the melodies that, you know, I think remind us of our first crush. Just, yeah, it's always awesome to experience that. Yeah, I love going to R&B concerts because I sing along myself. Yeah,
literally, I was just like dancing, take me. Yeah. I was just like on one as soon as you came on stage. It was crazy. Thank you so much for locking into Melzy J Meets with the gorgeous, stunning Maya. Maya, I wish you the utmost success. Go and download that new track, Damage. The album's coming real soon. Don't miss out. We don't want them to miss out. Thank you.
I say Melzy, you say J. Melzy, J! Melzy,